Today I'm going to address, I talk a lot about hate and anger, so I'm going to address why I think it happens, what I think causes it, and I'm going to be a little bit harsh on social media. People on social media, first off, I have several social media. I have TikTok, I'm on X, I'm on Facebook. I got 4 pages on Facebook, one for my books, one for this, one for my photography, and just a personal page, which you have to have. The other day I posted something. I thought it was kind of humorous. My town put a basketball hoop right at the edge of a big parking lot for a pool. Now that parking lot in the summer is packed. Okay, yeah, it was empty. So I took the picture of the basketball hoop in the empty place. And by the way, there's a river right behind, literally right behind that basketball court. So if they miss the basket altogether and the backboard, it's probably going into that river. So there's no thought that went into that. So I thought it was kind of humorous, and it was sort of. So I posted that. And people came on, people I didn't even know. One guy actually called me a Karen. Now those of you who know me know I'm not a Karen. That's for sure, man. That's the last thing. I've been a cop. I've been through a lot of hard life, okay? And I'm not politically correct. I'm not woke. None of that applies to me. But this guy who didn't even know me had to come on to my page, who somehow saw that, and comment and call me a Karen. Another woman had to comment about, it's there for the kids. It's not always, busy. And look, it was a joke. You know what? I finally realized I didn't pull it off. So I pulled it. I pulled the post. And that brings me to why I rarely go on Facebook and comment on somebody else's page, especially if I don't know that person, because you just scroll by it. Because why get caught up in this stuff? Why that guy who called me a Karen, who's obviously angry, who clearly didn't know me, have to post something on that post? It wasn't offensive, it wasn't political, there was nothing about it that was controversial, really. That shows me there's a lot of anger out there. This guy had to express his anger and call me names, which is really the worst thing you could do, all right? But so that brings me to, I address hate and anger a lot, and believe me, I'm really going to blame the social media, because we don't have lives. A lot of people don't have lives. They sit there and they look for stuff to comment. They think their opinion matters. By the way, your opinion doesn't matter, especially on a post like that. Nobody cares, all right? What I do when I do a post, do something on a post, I'll answer with facts that I know and I can prove and I can back up, okay? And that's really rare, because I got a life. I got too much stuff going on. So that brings me to the story of 2 Joes, all right? And this goes to the same thing. Hey, I know Joe over there. 2 neighbors talking to each other. Joe's a good guy, loves his kids. They do things together all the time, works hard, still spends a lot of time with his family, takes care of his wife. His wife works hard. The 2 of them get along. They do vacations, and they really have, really a good life and enjoy their life. That's neighbor A. Neighbor B says, oh, I know Joe. Joe's an alcoholic. Joe gets drunk behind closed doors, beats his wife, kicks his kids, doesn't have anything to do with them, kicks the dog whenever he gets a chance. Who are you going to believe? We're so conditioned, I call it the human condition, to believe that second one. That's what we want to believe. We want to believe bad news. We want to believe the negative in everything that we see and hear. Okay? We wake up every morning, and I'm talking very general. There's people who don't do this, but the mass amount of people, the largest amount of people do this. Angry. Oh, what's going to go wrong today? I got to go to work. I hate my work. I hate this guy. I hate that guy. I hate that woman. It's going to be a miserable day. They focus on that, and they find that. By the way, when you do that, you find that. You're bringing that on yourself. You might not think so, but you are. Okay? Instead of going and, hey, yeah, my boss is an asshole, but you know what? I'm going to find a way to find some humor in today. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to solve some problems. I'm going to have a good day. At the end of the day, I'm going to take home my paycheck. They don't look at it like that. We have to start to recondition ourselves to stop believing negative stuff about others, about what you hear in the news. And by the way, get the hell off the news. The news is now irrelevant. I've been predicting it was going to be. It is now irrelevant. Okay, we've seen that now. Every channel has their partisanship, and don't get into that with me. I don't want to get into that. Okay, but it's up to you, to make your life what it is. It's up to you to make your life better. Nobody else. Nobody can take your life and make your life a better life. You don't think that if I only had this, somebody should help me. Don't do that. My whole life has been difficult. I've always gotten up and pushed ahead since I was 16 years old, probably a little younger. I don't regret it. It made me strong. It made me who I am today. It made me get through a lot of tragedy in my life. Okay? If your life sucked, 2 ways you can handle it. Surrender to it, feel sorry for yourself, it'll never get better, or make it better. I look at my hard life as the person I am, that made me the person I am today, strong, get through a lot, and I help a lot of people through this. Okay, as some of the people who watch this, who have met me, know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Get rid of those negative thoughts. Start transitioning away from that, what I call human condition, and reverse it because you can. Start to find the good things in life. And by the way, you don't need to answer every post on the social media, because nobody cares about you or your opinion unless you know the person. That's a different story. Okay, but if you don't know somebody, and everybody that commented on that post, I told you about every one of them, none of them knew me. I think they're all friends, but I got a lot of friends I don't know, and I didn't know any of them. Okay, it's really not that important. Your opinion doesn't care. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Sorry. Okay, always remain hopeful, never hopeless. Always be optimistic, never pessimistic. Always believe. Believe in yourself. Believe you can make your life better. Believe that life is good, and you got to find those good things in life. Have a great day, guys. I rattled on a little bit, but that's just me. My wife calls me Marathon Mouth. She's right. Bye for now. Oh, by the way, follow, subscribe, and like this video. I really appreciate it. And feel free to comment. Even if I don't know you, you can comment on this one, okay? Bye for now.